Another day, another debate over Medicaid expansion in Missouri.
Senators have one final chance to fund the voter-approved measure. Our Missouri Capitol Bureau Chief Emily Manley explains tonight.
Representatives voted not to fund Medicaid expansion, while Governor Mike Parson requested lawmakers to find a way to fund it. Now supporters of expansion are depending on the full Senate to add it back into the budget before thousands of Missourians become eligible this summer.
The initiative petition question was purposely did not include a tax increase because they knew that it would fail.
And I think it's absurd to sit up here and second guess people who voted.
It's been no easy topic for lawmakers.
There are real people whose lives have been lost, whose dreams have gone unfulfilled as a result of not funding this line.
And the Senate Budget Chairman agrees with the House to not fund expansion.
My recommendation is to take the House position on the Medicaid expansion.
Expansion is expected to cost $1.9 billion, with less than $130 million of that coming from the state. Late Thursday night, the vice chair of the committee offered to fund expansion, but for only half of what the governor recommended.
I wouldn't put this proposal forward in front of this committee without the belief that this is the right path to go down.
They didn't do what the will of the voters wanted to do, but more importantly, they threw their own governor under the bus.
Some members are concerned about the courts getting involved.
I don't want to have judges legislate from the bench. I want to be able to have control of what happens.
And for us to shy away from our responsibilities and to hide behind the cloak that we're afraid of what the Supreme Court may do, shame on us.
The 14-member bipartisan committee failed to add Medicaid expansion back into the budget. Governor Mike Parson says now it's a waiting game to see what the full Senate does.
We're talking through scenarios now. If it doesn't pass, what can we do? And what obligations do we do? What's it going to look like in the courtrooms?
Now, the budget is set to be in front of the full Senate next week, where both sides of the aisle are prepared for a lengthy debate about Medicaid expansion. If the Senate were to add it back into the budget, they would have to go to conference with the House. Lawmakers have to have a budget to the governor by May 7th. Reporting for our Missouri Capitol Bureau, I'm Emily Manley.